Hey there, it's T again. I'm back. Sorry I've been away for a little while. Been have a lot of things going on. So this video that I'm doing is going to be my final thoughts on the election. Um, as we know, as I speak tonight here in upstate New York, it's November 1st, so it's two nights before election night. So I want to put my final thoughts on the Biden-Harris ticket and the Trump-Pence ticket. I'm going to elaborate on each candidate, starting with the incumbents, since they hold the office, and the candidates that are looking to unseat the incumbents, as they say. My feeling is for the last 4 years, I feel like with Trump and Pence in there, it's been a very, very toxic bag, as they say. I'm not saying that to be biased or anything. I want to be fair. As I say, I'm independent. At the same time, I feel like it's been a roller coaster 4 years. And I feel like I don't feel like things are better. They're actually much worse off. But I want to look at the positives of the Trump administration and Mike Pence before I go into the negatives. I feel like there are a few good things that Trump has done that was much needed from the previous administration. We definitely needed a very tough person. You know, we needed someone that could have some authority, speak their mind, and try to get things done. Because Washington D.C., they're known for doing a lot of talking and showboating, but not enough action, working together. And I blame both parties for the cynicism and cynicalness and why the country is so polarized now. So a few of the things I want to mention about Trump that he managed, at least he got a dialogue going with North Korea. I feel like previous administrations, from Obama to as far back as Nixon, could not accomplish anything with North Korea. So Trump definitely gets an A+ for opening up dialogue with North Korea. He might not be able to get it accomplished, but at least he got relations, got the ball rolling at least. Maybe that's what we need, is that kind of approach. However, the failing mark is that he didn't look at everything. He just went in there. He wanted to win. So, in the long run, this might end up hurting relations with South Korea and Japan. So we won't know the ramifications many years down the road. So it's a wait and see, I guess. He managed to get dialogue going in the Middle East, so he definitely gets high marks on that. I still think he should have left the embassy where it was, but yeah, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. So I say he gets high marks on Middle East peace. I say it's a mixed bag on Iraq and Syria. considering he came into a conflict where the Obama administration and the Clinton, Secretary of State Clinton wanted to get these dictators out, Libya and Syria and Egypt back in 2011. So I can't really blame Trump completely on Iraq either. I mean, I like the idea he wants to get all of our troops out of Afghanistan, and I like the idea as a veteran of him getting, drawing down the troops and reallocating them. I mean, I probably feel the same way, being a civilian. This whole business of us being overseas and being the world's policeman. Nah. So he gets high marks on that. And he got a couple of bad generals there that were supporting terrorists. So in terms of foreign policy, Republicans are known to be very strong and very hawkish. But at the same time, they can be very cowboy-like and reckless, which is why I left the Republican Party, because I didn't like the fact we go into countries and then we're there endlessly. And the amount of money we're spending on these adventures could have gone to rebuild our country. So many citizens are hurting, and the Republican Party just doesn't acknowledge that. They think the money supply when they're in power, they think it's endless. And then they complain when they're not in power. They try to be these fiscal hawks. So there's a lot of hypocrisy in the Republican Party, which is why I left it. Yeah, the tax cut was really not needed in 2017. I mean, things were really on pace. He gets credit for the stock market going up, but it was already on the up and up when Obama left. So in terms of Trump on the economics, he gets like my opinion a B. But I think he should have gave Obama some credit, because Obama, during his last 3 years in office, and I even did well under some of Obama's proposals. I saw a lot of the gains under Obama. Me and my wife, and so I think it's unfair for Trump to say everything was all bad in 2016. Economically, 2016 and 2020, I would take 2016 economy over the current economy. Now, however, things are rebounding. We don't know yet how things are going to turn out next year, because right now the Republican Party and the Democratic Party is fighting, like Pelosi and McConnell, all playing politics to claim a win. And meanwhile, you got millions of people's livelihoods on the line. And I just don't think that's right. And I think Pelosi ought to take something, and the Republicans ought to take something. The Senate and the Congress, they work for us, not the other way around. So Pelosi gets failing marks, and McConnell definitely gets failing marks for playing politics like usual, which is why he should be voted out. It's been in too long. Pelosi been in too long. Both of them should be gone. But back to Trump. I think Trump gets part of the blame too, because the Republicans, the ones in power in the Senate and Congress, especially in the Senate, since they hold the majority right now, have the power. If Trump says, hey, I just want stimulus, McConnell will do do Trump's bidding, but Trump doesn't say anything. So if I had to pick three people, I'd say Pelosi, McConnell, and Trump are to blame. 2/3 blame the Republicans and 1/3 Democrat. So, like usual, Trump is more focused on his re-election and not so much focused on trying to get people the relief that they need. So, if anything, he gets a C for stimulus. Trying to think. There's a bunch of other things, but what now I want to, I just wanted to name a few.